Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing really well, and I hope that you've had your intentions set for this week and you have managed to hit all your goals. For those of you that are spiritual people, I hope you've managed to see the supermoon, which has been out yesterday. I hope you've managed to do all your journaling and get rid of all your releases that no longer serve you. I've been going for a walk up canal each night, and obviously the night of the supermoon, it was so clear and so big and orange. And yeah. Hello. So it is Friday, and me and Andrew were going over to a Master Your Life event this morning. Starts at 8, so we've been up early. My sister's taking the kids to school so that we can get there on time. But it's an event that we go to quite frequently, and Andrew did a talk on it last time. And it's like self-help, working on yourself, goals, all them types of things. Ultimately, living the best life. So it's called Master Your Life Yourself. So we tend to go to them as and when we can get there. We wasn't able to go to this originally due to Andrew having a fight scheduled for the 21st, which is tomorrow, which is no longer taking place due to the fact he has had a spider bite and his arm was infected, so we got staph infection all over his arm. He's had to have it operated on. So unfortunately that's been rescheduled. But fortunately it has been rescheduled, so you know, there's always a positive with the negative. So unfortunately for Andrew, he's now been in a fight camp for the past 6 months or something, just because of things that are out of his control. So now we're on for the 15th of November in London, which is super exciting because we'll all be travelling down there to support him. So that meant that today freed us up because he's no longer going to get weighed and all the other things that he does the day before fighting. So we're going to the Master Your Life instead, which I need at this moment in time. And I'm sure Andrew will need a bit of motivation due to the fact that he's had a lot going on. So we're going to take you along with us. I mean, not sure how much footage we can get inside there, but we'll try and do our best to get some little snippets. So a lot of it's like motivational speakers, people who have manifested things in their life that then obviously want to show how they did it. So today I think it's Ollie Ollerton that's going, the SAS guy, is it, Who Does Wins. And then there's Tom, which is Andrew's coach at the gym, Tom Blackledge. He's going to be doing a speech. He has a book called Fearless by Design, which the clue's in the title really, fear. It's a book on coping mechanisms, on how to overcome fears and boundaries and all the thoughts that you might have and worry that things might not work out so you don't do them, and obviously how we can take them into our everyday life. So today will be a very interesting day. We've been able to pre-order pizza, which I can't wait for, and it's a big event today. There's going to be a lot of people. We're going to go and get something quick to eat before we go in there because I'm not sure at what time we'll get a break. But in the midst of things, Maggie's had to go in nursery at 7:30 instead of like 9 o'clock, and I felt terrible. Anyway, Lynn, my mum, has come to the rescue, and she said she will go and pick her up at dinner time instead of leaving her until 4, just to make me feel better. And I know it's only an hour and a half earlier, but an hour and a half to a baby is a very long time, and she already gets upset that we leave her. It was Andrew's turn to drop her off today, hence why I'm sat here filming. We do hope you enjoy the rest of the video because it might be something that you're interested in or it might not be. Once you start in this sort of a environment with positive-minded people, like-minded people, thinking differently, training your mind to think differently, your life changes. Ultimately, your life changes. And I started this journey when I first met Andrew, which was 5 years ago, because he already did it. And boy, did I need that kick up the arse to change my mindset, because I was feral, to be polite to myself. Not only towards other people, like the way that I got so stressed out, but the way I was against myself. Well, I couldn't do that, and I can't do that, and I'll never be able to afford that, so there's pointless me looking to look at doing that in my career. And that's how I used to think, and it was always, oh, I'm so stressed out, but never knew what I was stressed out about, and it was just me causing the stress. So when I met Andrew and he gave me a book to read, it changed my life, and I've continued on the self-work journey since. So these events to me make a massive difference and a massive impact on how I think. So I will come out of this today and I'll write a big mind map, or I'll journal in my journal any ideas that come to my mind whilst I'm in there. You do get given a journal and stuff while you're in as well, so you can always write things down. And they tend to do meditations with you. It's just a really, really good day. For anybody who is stuck in a rut, it is something you should try because it really will change how you feel. But apart from that, we are there till 6, but whether we stay the whole time or not, we'll play it by ear really, just because of the kids and, you know, Maggie getting home from nursery and all that palaver. So we'll stay for as long as we can, but tonight it's Lottie's football training, so we will be taking Lottie there, and I'll probably go and do my walk while she's training just to get my steps in. And then it's a quiet Friday night for us. We sometimes go out for tea or we order food, but with us being at this event all day, whether we do or we don't is another story, because by the time we get home from football, it will be quite late. We do hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. And for anybody who enjoys it and wants to know more, you can go over to Instagram and you can either message me or you can find the page Master Your Life and follow that, and it'll give you more dates of when there's a new one coming out. But there's always things being posted on social media from Tom, from James, where you can listen to the motivational speaking every day of your life, because as soon as you log in on Instagram, they'll have posted a reel for the day, which may resonate with you and it may not, but it's just nice to see other people do go through struggles like yourselves, and, you know, they might post something that you're going through and you might think, actually, that does resonate with me today, and it helps you on your day. So yeah, hopefully this does help a few of you, and we'll speak to you later. Not sure whether's going to change here. Cafe is open.
Go on then.
I see you.
It's a good opportunity to get some valuable knowledge for free.
But this is Master Your Life! And that is life, isn't it? We have these ups and we have these downs. But if you can learn to control those energy levels, what happens is the winters get shorter and warmer. They still come. There's still going to be difficulties and challenges. But if you can control your energy levels and control this, the most important 6 inches in the whole world, the most, not second most, the most important 6 inches on anybody's body. If you can learn to control that, you control anything. And breathe. What limiting beliefs have you had about health? Levels off.
I'm going to start this off today with one of my favourite quotes, which is from a couple of thousand years ago, from a Stoic called Heraclitus. And I had this conversation just this morning with one of you two. And the quote is, "No man steps in the same river twice, because it's not the same man, and it's not the same river." 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5.
Here we go!
Let's go, BENTS!
I'm going to talk a little bit about my story as well, but of stepping into your power and releasing old beliefs. And it is something that I've had to do throughout my life and my career, because I had an amazing career from my 20s, but I didn't have that mental resilience, and I really struggled with my mental health and keep going in the acting industry. A little bit about this character. So some of you might know me from Hollyoaks. I played Carmel McQueen for 8 years, and that was in 2006 I joined the show. But if you think we were in something like Hollyoaks, we were in very much just the same people every single day, the same crew, very institutionalised, my anxiety started to get worse and worse and worse. So I needed to do something to really step outside my comfort zone. And then I went on to build Mind and Wellness from that. I went on to build an absolute epic wellness brand where it's like a step into meditation. So if nobody's meditated before, it helps people to step into it, because I found that is what helped me. I want you to take your hands to your heart now. What does your dream life look like?
Good evening. It's now Friday night and it's 7:15. I've just been for my very first run and don't know what I was thinking, but dressed myself in a unitard because my black leggings was in the washer, a fleece and a body warmer. So currently at strip off while I'm waiting for Lotte to finish football. So we got back from our event today, which was unreal, amazing, life-changing for anybody who needs a bit of help in getting out of them dirt places, and also people who want to manifest their dream life. A lot of footage that I've got today actually, and it was very, very useful. Like I said, I'm currently watching Lotte play football, so I thought, right, I'm gonna attempt it. Did a little 5-minute run. Seriously unfit. I mean, got all the gear and absolutely no idea of what I'm doing. I'm running, I'm thinking, am I supposed to be running so heavy on my feet? How do I run light on my feet? So then I was trying a different technique. Then I was running on my toes. Then I was running light, leaning on my heels. No, I need someone to tell me how do you run, because when you're in a running situation being chased, you just do it. You don't have to think about it. Whereas because I'm running, and I know I'm doing it like to learn how to run, I'm finding it hard to know how to do it. So if anybody's seen me having a little jog up Aspel, ignore the technique, I'm just getting used. Although I have got a very, very good pair of trainers on. Hoka Mac ×2 with a pair of gorgeous Hoka socks to match, because ain't no girl wearing Hoka trainers and a pair of Adenola socks. So yeah, just finishing off watching Lotte, gonna get myself home, gonna sit down, have a minute, have a shower, have a cup of tea, and then reflect on today's activities and the things I've took away from today, what I've wrote down, and ultimately put them into practice over the next few weeks of making my life better. Gorgeous scenery for this gorgeous evening. Wow. Experiencing a slick back hair here. I hope I'm not on that list like Molly May was for not suiting them slick back hairstyles. Sweating. That was very, very wigging. Oh, hurry up, love, I've got like a car behind me. The Master Your Life today, I wrote loads and loads of notes. Obviously I need to reflect on and I need to take in, and I need to use and utilise in a way that will help me grow, move forward, not stay in your comfort zone, because it's so easy to sit in your comfort zone once you've got it always wanted. For instance, having a goal that you've achieved. Mine was always going to be the life that I once dreamed of, which was putting my effort into doing my nursing, knowing what I wanted from my business. I wanted my kids to have the life that I dreamed of, and then doing my prescribing course, always giving myself something to work towards. I know I've got everything I could possibly have. I just think, well, what now? Like, my mind does not sit well in a comfort zone. It doesn't sit well not doing anything. It needs to be on the go all the time. My mind does not switch off, and I'm sure there's many other people out there like me. I don't know whether that's a thing of business owners or whether that's just a generalised thing across the board, that people do feel like they can just switch off, or whether it's business owners due to the fact that you've got to make it work, and if you don't make it work, then what do you do then? You've obviously then got to go and get a job somewhere else, working for someone else, and that is not on my to-do list at any point in my near future, ever, ever, ever. I've worked so hard for everything that I've got. There is only me who I can give the pat on the back to, because there is only me that got myself here. And with that being said, I do find that due to the fact of me being a business owner, I'm constantly striving to do better. What can I change? How can I be different? What sort of things do I need to do to make these changes? Who do I speak to? What things do I attend? All these things race through my brain on a daily basis. And I might not say it out loud, and for those who are close to me, I don't hear it that often, but it is something that crosses my mind a lot. But the people who are close to me know that. I don't need to say it out loud, they know that my mind is constantly on the go to do better. I've gone into there today, and a lot of it boils down to people being fearful. They don't want to look silly, they don't want to fail, you know, they care about what other people think. All those things, what's holding you back from doing the things that you desire to be in your life, or that you want, whatever you may call them. Everybody calls them different things. Once you've got rid of the fear, then comes the abundance of desires and everything that you want. So there was a bit of a talk today from Tom on fear and how to address those fears, what sort of things you can do to help prevent fears, rid your fears. And it's not really about, it's normal to be fearful, and it's a normal emotion. Don't tap them nails at me.
I'm asking you something.
What?
Can we go Tesco?
What for? No, love. It's 7:30 on a Friday night now. I want to get home. I've not been home since 6:30 this morning. These fears are the things that stop you from achieving those goals. To be quite honest with you, I am quite good at not giving an absolute shite at what anybody thinks of me. Back in the day, I would curve and I would be thinking, well, what about if I start my own business and then it fails? What's everybody else going to think about that? Well, does it really matter what everybody else thinks? No. And I took the leap in opening my own business anyway, and it didn't fail, it succeeded, and it continues to succeed. There's so many people out there that get to a certain age in life and think, I wish I had done that 20 years ago. And it's so sad that so many people don't do these things. And it's not just about a business, it's not just about things that you might want from business, it's just general life. Do you want to wake up every day and be happy? Of course we do. Because I know it's on top of my list, so I'm guessing it's on the top of many other people. So for instance, an example of something else, it still is a career, so you could class it as a business, I suppose. So Andrew, his dream is to continue with his fighting, make a career from his fighting, go into the UFC, go and live his dream. And with that, he has to put to one side the fears of getting in the cage with some guy who he's never met, who you never know what's going to happen on the day. You're jumping in a cage with somebody, and obviously both men think they're going to win, both men think they're the greatest in their weight category, both of them are going in with the same mindset, but of course there's only going to be one winner on the day. Andrew's thoughts and fears are of course going to be there. Excitement, like nerves and excitement, we've been on about that today, and they're a very, very similar feeling. So although we feel nervous, we try and change that emotion so that we say we're feeling excited, give it a positive emotion rather than a negative emotion, and then you can sort of push through that and enjoy the moment. So as a couple, we both have the same want of wanting a happy, successful life and, you know, careers, and we want our kids to live a happy life, we want our kids to understand these things. But we both have completely different career paths, and we both have different wants. We both want different things as our end goals, but we still need to do the same exercises to get there. Once I've gone through my reflections and I've had a good nosy at what I've wrote down and a couple of the things that I took from the session today, minimalise them down into a more simplified way and give you some little tips. So I shall be back with that one. Happy Sunday everyone, we are in BENTS. We've come for a little fruit and a cake. Well, I say a little. It's like a loaf of bread that, and that's half it. Weather is grim outside. Our plan was to go up Rivington today for a walk with Maggie, but we've not ended up doing that, so we've come here instead. Having a little nose around in autumn section, which is seriously out of our budget. We don't pay £90 for a pumpkin, unfortunately. So it was nice to come and have a look at it all, but we've not bought anything, and we will not be buying anything on the way out. Say hi. Maggie wave. Maggie wave. Say hi. Hey, waving. Big girl.
No kisses.
Have your kisses. No kisses. Oh, 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 oh. Good girl. No kisses. We bought her some matching wellies, but unfortunately they didn't fit this morning, so she's rocking a baby grow up in the bottom of the wetsuit. Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Big girl.
Dancing.
Say bye-bye. Say we're not buying anything from BENTS because it's too dear. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Mwah. Mwah. Maggie. Maggie. What have you seen? What's up there?
Handsome.
Maggie's first attempt at a scone. And strawberry jam.
Same. Good. Good.
The face is not so sure. Is it? Is it nice?
Go on then.
Absolutely love this, but it's 90 quid. 89.99 for that. No thank you. Not in our budget today. Pumpkin of 4, £120. Daddy's girl. Again.
Say hi.
So I just wanted to conclude the video here because I'd not really done an ending. So if you did get to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching again. I'm just going to do my little regime of night sleeping mask. Water sleeping mask actually. Now, this is Lottie's and she does not know that I keep using it, but it's a tiny little jar of goodness. I keep using it on my skin at night and it's like a sleeping mask. So I just keep putting a little bit on. I mean, I'm not well up with all these little apparatus and whatever else you use putting it on your skin. I just use my hands. But it's like a little cream that you bob on and it leaves like a layer of, obviously, sleeping mask on your skin. And for those of you who have noticed, I've actually had some lashes put on. So I went through nearly over a year of no lashes. And then when I was going to Munich to watch Adele, I ended up having some classic lashes put on, which I absolutely loved. Back in the day, I always wore volume lashes. And I was dead undecisive. I thought, do I keep classics or should I just try a volume and see which I prefer? So I have removed the classics properly with remover because I didn't want to ruin my own lashes. And I went and had a set of volumes put on off the lady who I always had them done off. And as much as I love lashes and I love them on everybody else, I feel like my faces, they're not for me anymore. I feel like I shouldn't say too old because I'm certainly not too old. But I feel like, because I've got so used to having no lashes on, that these are really making my eyes feel dark and quite heavy. And they're probably not. It's probably just me, but because I've not had them on for that long. So I don't know what to do. I'm dead undecisive whether to keep them on and infill them or whether to take them off and have some classics on or whether to just go back to my normal lashes and just have an LVL. I just love being able to rub my own eyes. And obviously when I've got lashes on, that can't happen. And obviously when I'm doing my skincare like then, I've got to like go around the edge of my eyes, whereas normally I'd be fully giving it a good rub. There's the skin after putting a layer of the mask on. A little bit shiny, which is what I love. But obviously I'll sleep in that now overnight and hopefully tomorrow when I wake up I've still got that little bit of a glow to my skin. My skin at the minute isn't the best. I don't get spots, and if I do, they're just odd ones. But the actual pigmentation in my skin, and because I've been away, obviously it's summer, and I've been in the sun, and of course sometimes I've used sunbeds and whatever else, I don't use them half as much now. My skin is just, can you see? Like little dark patches. Obviously chemical peels and things like that I have tried. Doesn't seem to be going. So I'm trying to lay off being under a sunbed at the minute and just trying to work on getting the skin. Obviously I've had a bit of Botox. Who doesn't when you're working it? To make this skin stay youthful for as long as possible. But the lower face, obviously you can't put Botox in certain places of your skin. And I've still got this little blood vessel that burst when I was pregnant with Maggie. I have had it froze once to stop the blood supply, and it did go for a little while, but it seems to have come back, and I'm not sure why. So I look like I've got a little red spot on my cheek all the time, but it's just one of them things, and it is what it is. I can't change it, and I've got Maggie from it, so we will see the positive with the negative in that. So at the minute, just learning to live with it and learning to live with these really awful pigmented spots. But from far away, you can't really see it. I don't wear makeup, that's the only thing. So like people say put a bit of concealer on or a bit of foundation or whatever, I don't wear it. So I don't like to cover my skin in foundation and concealer just because I feel like I need to when I've got it on, like when I've got it on, my skin feels really tight, so I just don't really wear it. And no, nothing against makeup. Obviously, I've worn it in the past, and if I go anywhere, I will put a bit of tinted moisturiser on my skin. But I would rather wear a bit of bronzer on my cheeks. But it's not an everyday thing that I do that. I do tend to do that if I'm going anywhere. So at the minute, I'm living for this, which, like I said, Lotte has no idea I've used. And when she sees this video, she'll probably pull me up on it. Or she might be kind enough to just give it to me. I've trialled it, and I've trialled a few different things because these kids of mine have got every skincare you can possibly think of. Drunk Elephant, Glossier, Glow Recipe, whatever this is called. I'll not even attempt to pronounce that. It begins with L. Lenny? Whatever it is. Anyway, you name it, they've got it. I keep coming into the bedrooms when they're out and keep just testing new things, but this up to now has been my favourite just because of how glowy it makes your skin. So anyway, I will leave you there with that one. Thank you again for listening and coming back, and I shall see you very soon in my next one.